agus Dr. Stephen Matthews.
Thank you, Cathaoirleach, and I welcome the opportunity to speak on this bill, which I do not support in any way at all. I believe this is the wrong legislative process to amend regulations through amending primary legislation. And I think the substance of this bill is incorrect to attack an organisation like Taisce, which has an exemplary record in this country since 1948, supporting communities widely across this country and using the considerable experience that they have and qualifications that they have to protect this country. I've heard allegations of significant influence being made against Taisce, motivations of a negative influences, disproportionate influences and doing harm. Nothing could be further from the truth. I think people have to understand that Taisce are not decision makers, but what they do is they comment on and submit observations to planning applications, and they share that considerable experience they have with local authorities across this country, and it helps us get better planning decisions. They are not decision makers, and to frame them as such is completely wrong and shows a lack of understanding of the work that Taisce does. This bill is an attack on an organisation. Not only that, it's an attack on all the communities that benefit from the work of Taisce widespread across this country. This bill is anti-climate action because Taisce have done so much excellent work on climate action. It's anti-environment and it's anti-nature, and that affects every single person in this country, no matter what age they are, no matter what part of the country they come from. Children that aren't born yet are going to benefit from the work that we are doing on climate action and on protecting nature, supported by Taisce. It's anti-community groups because of the work that Taisce does, the excellent work they do in the Taisce Spring Clean Week. All those tidy towns and community groups up and down the country that benefit from working with untidy towns or with Taisce. It's an attack on children and students across this country who are so proud and work so hard to get their green flags in their schools, teaching them about safe routes to schools, about how to reduce transport and the effect that that has on communities in congestion and air quality and emissions. It's against waste reduction because those children work so hard to earn their green flag on waste reduction within their school. It's against water quality and water conservation. They also get their green flags and they work really hard to try and conserve water and learn about that finite resource that we have that is being damaged at the moment, damaged up and down this country, and they draw attention to that and they help us put in policies and legislation to protect our water quality. In fact, they helped us greatly when we were discussing the marine protected areas and the maritime area planning bill. And it's against energy conservation, and we need to conserve our energy. We know the difficulty, we know the emissions that come from energy, fossil fuel dependency, and they help those children to realise how important energy efficiency and conservation measures are in their school. It's against coastal communities. This is an attack on coastal communities. Coastal communities are very proud of the blue flags that they earn. The visitors, the tourism that those towns and coastal communities, and lakes as well, who can benefit from blue flag. So it's an attack on those coastal communities as well. It's nothing more than an attack on everybody across this country when you attack Taisce. It's an attack on our built heritage as well. Taisce have done excellent work on protecting architectural heritage through every town and village in this country, no matter where it is, and in those towns and villages represented by the group who put forward this bill. It's an attack on the work that Taisce does, the considerable expertise and experience they have on addressing illegal quarrying in this country. And illegal quarrying has an impact on water quality, has an impact on those communities that suffer from the transport, the fumes and the emissions and the damage done by illegal quarrying in this country. So if you're against all those groups, if you're against communities, against children, against coastal communities, against architectural heritage across the country, the question has to be asked, who are you loyal to?